afternoon, everyone. How are you? Nice to see you again. All right. This was from last time, right? We looked at this last time. Okay, I was just saying hello here in the chat. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Yeah. We finished a subject last time, right? Last time. Oh, somebody just played this move. Who had the move here? Sorry, it was Ryan. Okay, Ryan, well done. I was going to quiz everybody on this move, knight a4, but Ryan was faster, right? Ryan was faster, so I didn't have a chance to quiz you. But I'm convinced that everyone remembered this, right? We were saying that sometimes it makes sense to avoid exchanges, right? To refuse trades. If we take here, we help black to develop and so on. While if we play knight a4 instead, this creates some kind of disorder in their camp, and also we can use this knight for other things later on, right? So that was what last class was about. And today we will turn the tables, we will turn the page, and we will talk about something which I call attack with a small army. All right, this is the topic of today: attack with a small army. Who said that? Well, I think many chess players have used this term, but I remember it from a book by Mark Taimanov. Taimanov was a strong player back in the 1960s, 1970s. He played a match against Bobby Fischer, which went very bad for Taimanov. So he was famous for that because he was crushed by Fischer. But apart from that, he was a great player. And he has a great book about his own games where one of the chapters is called exactly Attack with a Small Army. So what Taimanov tried to say was that sometimes in the end game, it's actually possible to play for an attack. Isn't Taimanov an opening, says Adi Chess? Of course. As a strong player like Alekhine, for example, there is a name for that. There is an opening after that name, I mean. So, for example, if you think about it, no, this is Alekhine's defense, right? Even if he's not the only player who played it in the beginning and so on, there were other strong players playing it also. The Taimanov Sicilian is the one that you're talking about, Adi Chess, right? So Taimanov, he practically invented this variation. Back in his days, he would play in this way. One of Taimanov's favorite ways to play was to put a knight on e7 and then take here and bring the other knight to c6 and so on. But later on, he refined the system. He also played with queen c7 on move 5. So this is, I think, what we nowadays call the Taimanov when we play it in this move order. So yeah, that's Taimanov who kind of invented this. It wasn't him really, but he's the one who, how can you say, he played many important games in this variation. He developed it, you could say. So it's one thing to invent an opening, and it's something else to actually make big achievements in the opening. So yeah, that's about popularized, exactly, Kebabs. That's what you could say. So like you have the Marshall Roy Lopez, but there are other players who play the Marshall very well, apart from Marshall himself, right? And so on. But anyway, let's get started. So today's topic, attack with a small army. You could also say mate in the endgame. No? Mate in the endgame. That would be another way to put it in a more simple way. But I like Taimanov's way of expressing it. So yeah, I think you will have a big fun in these sessions. We will start with something very, very simple, all right? Yeah, this is fun, it's entertaining, it's not very difficult. In this first little exercise, this is a game between Barsky and Lapti. You're playing with the black pieces, all right? Please notice this pawn is going that way, just for your information. There are several ways and you can win this position, but what's its name? Chessable Classroom will only acknowledge one. So hopefully you can get the one that I'm using here. 1 minute, black to play and win, all right? Don't get upset if Chessable Classroom, that's a great place, but if it says that you're wrong, you might be right. Actually, I can only provide one correct move order. So I'm very sorry, Tactical Magician and Awesome Sortek. You're probably on the right track, but I can only feed one correct variation, right? So yeah, Yugoslavian Berserker, the same goes for you. I'm convinced that you have seen the right way to win here, but as you can imagine, there is more than one winning move in the beginning, right? So, Aniguo, yeah, you're the winner. You've managed to spot exactly the same move order. Little chess player, consider yourself a winner because you simply move the knight somewhere else. Don't play that, Kebabs and JV Nambra. You are, in that case, stalemating me, right? You're leaving me without any moves. Don't do that. Patriots, you also managed to play it like in the game. So, again, please don't get angry. Don't get angry because you played knight before and Chessable Classroom told you it's wrong. It's right also if you have the right idea. But I cannot feed multiple correct variations. I can only feed one. I'm sorry, guys. So, Aniguo, you're the fastest one. Please go ahead. How did your variation go? I like kebabs. Your variation cannot be correct. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I'm a little tired. No, you're not stalemating me, of course. Yeah, sorry. I like kebabs said that we could play c5 here, and I'm wrongly saying that I'm stalemated. I'm of course not stalemated. I could take. So you're completely right. Yeah, sorry, mental lapsus. Yeah, please go ahead, in Aniguo. Please go ahead. So that's what we're doing, right? We are bringing the knight to mate black. Some people here played knight f4 like little chess player on Ryan. That's of course also correct. Queen and knight g6. Yeah, that's it. That's how the game should have ended. In the game, unfortunately, I think black was in time trouble. They played here king f8. This was not a good idea. And here white managed to self-stalemate them, right? Or how would you say? So nice. Think about that, please. Mate is always around the corner. This is a very basic example, but we will look at more complex things today. So many different ways the knight should be brought to this square, right? So you can paint if you like. You can paint on the screen and you can look. We have like 1, 2, 3, or you have this other one. Sorry, not that square, right? 1, 2, 3. I suppose you could also go like 1, 2, 3, and so on. So many ways lead to Rome. The important thing here is to see the mating pattern. Yeah, exactly. So nice. Let's move on. Let's bring up something slightly more difficult. In this first part, we look at some positions where we have a material advantage, all right? Here we have an extra knight. In our next example, we will have an extra exchange, all right? So black, again, you're playing with the black pieces here. You're taking the position of Vadim Zhyagintsev, very strong grandmaster, one of Dvoretsky's favorite pupils, I think. Here you're playing with the black pieces. Try to see the way in which Zhyagintsev was able to win this game. Let's see if I can bring this up. Be patient with me, guys. Let's see if I can bring this up. Let's see here. All right. So you'll have 1 minute and 15 seconds for this, 10 seconds for this mission. All right. Black to play and win. Remember today's topic: attack with a small army. All right. I'm sorry, awesome, Sartha, Kebabs, Ryan, Little Chess Player, Chess Art. If you play like that, I don't see the threat there. If I go Bishop G5, perhaps, could I play that? Or should I go D6? Oh, I understand. You want to play King G8 and King H7, is that so? That's very clever, actually, if that's your idea. Nice. Okay, we have some winners here. Yugoslavian Berserker, Tactical Magician, and Ali Chess, the winners. But interesting variation. Yeah, we will have to look at that. Okay, King F5, interesting, on move 2. What does that mean? I guess I could play Bishop G5 there, Watermelon, JM Chess, and Patriots. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you have to play the other move first, right? Aha, let's see. So we have 3 winners here: Yugoslavian Berserker, Tactical Magician, and Adi Chess. Please go ahead, Yugoslavian. Show us the pretty way in which Grandmaster Zhyagintsev won this game. So King F6. Another way to put this is mating net, right? Mating net. We're creating a mating net here. So if I go d6, we have to play this move first, I think, right? Let's check the main variation first, all right? After d7, we continue to create our mating net, right? King f5, very pretty move. You might have seen this in some endgame study, but as I'm telling you, this is actually a game which went exactly like this. This is the way the game went, right? So pretty picture, right? We're a queen and a bishop down, but we have managed to mate them. Yeah, this picture you have seen before, of course, this mate. But yeah, I like it, especially when it happened in the real game. So white actually resigned after rook g6. They resigned after this move. Here they already knew what was coming. You have seen it before. Okay, nice. I mean, the mating pattern, I'm sure you have seen it, but perhaps not this exact game, or maybe you have. Yeah, nice in that case. So let's check quickly here other options. King f7, some people were saying. So I guess that what you were trying to do was to play something like, I'm just guessing, no, you wanted to play like this, and then you wanted to put your king on h7, and you wanted to mate with g6, right? Is that so? But I guess if you play like that, exactly watermelon. That's what I think also. We would then play bishop g5, so that if king g8, we can actually play king g6. So this might not be completely clear, right? Also, I suppose that if I could put a pawn on d6 and a bishop on e7, I mean like a defensive construction, then it should be like a fortress, right? So I think this cannot be right. g6 says chess art. Here? All right, king h6. Are you mating me here, really? Rook e2. All right. We understand your evil plans, Chesalt, but I think I can play d6 and I can use the idea that we were talking about. I will certainly not play d7 here, Chesalt. I'll play bishop e7 instead, and I have a flight square for my king, right? h5 after rook e2. h5. Okay, h5. Oh, I think it's a joke, right? You're joking with us. Yeah, that's a very bad move. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's what they say, self-made, right? That would be some kind of self-made. So yeah, nice. I think we got it. Now king f6. We are simply creating a mating pattern here with rook g6, king f5, rook h6, and g6. Is there anything else here? Kebab, you want to say something? Rook e2 is wrong. Does this belong to the topic, or why not rook a2? Oh, you want to continue with that variation? All right, we're here to look at each and every variation. Let's see again. How did we get there? You have to remind me, guys. It was king f7, right? Bishop g5, g6, king h6, and rook a2. That's what Kebab is saying. I don't see the difference. I go d6 and I put my bishop on e7. What's the point? Huge difference. Okay, sorry, I might be very tired, but I don't see the difference here. So, yeah. What's the difference, Kebabs? The only thing I can think of is rook a7, bishop e7, rook a5. Yeah, I understand. But I suppose I have a right to go back, right? If I don't want to get mated. So, do you really progress here? I don't think so. I'm very fortunate to hold this game. Yeah. Anyway, very interesting. No, very interesting. I think there is not much more to say about this, or unless somebody else would like to say something. Yeah, if you play, some people are saying king f5 instantly, but then I guess I can go bishop g7, right? Is that what we just talked about? I'm getting a little confused here. No, this is not what we talked about, right? So here I think white is okay. Yeah. Nice. Let's just keep it simple. I like that those words, Sarthak. That's what I would say also. Let's keep it simple. So simple enough to force mate, right? To play here. How was it? Rook g6 first, and then we saw it. Yeah. Nice. Let's move on. Let's see one last position with the second last position with a material advantage. As you know, rook and bishop versus rook, and rook and knight versus rook. Theoretically speaking, they are drawn, but sometimes they can also be winning, depending greatly on where the weaker side's king is. So here I don't even have to turn the board, but I'll flip the board anyway. Although with no pawns on the board, it doesn't really make any difference. But okay, so yeah, this is not a good place for black's king. if you play this with black, try to keep your king. Okay, it can be in the on the edge, but don't put it in the corner, please, if possible. That's what I know about this endgame. So again, I'm sorry, guys, but here there are multiple ways to win. So I cannot feed all of them. I will feed one of them, and hopefully it's the one that you will look at also. So we will check what happened in this game. I'll quiz you for 4 moves. All right. So don't get angry if you play something else. I see JM chess. That's also highly possible. What would I play against that? Yeah, that also works. You can think about rook a7 for now. Think about rook a7 and we can come back to you. Yeah. I would go rook a7 check in that case. If you play like that, Patriots, I wonder if I could give check, perhaps? I can see a stalemate there also. Patriots, Connor, Tactical Magician, and Adi Chess. Do you see the stalemate that I see or no? Anyway, who else? Nobody plays like Grandmaster Vorobyov so far. Wow. Knight a6. That's an interesting move. I didn't think about that. King a7 maybe? Okay. Who is closest here, by the way? Yeah, I'll take my chances here, and I think I will ask JM Chess about this. Yeah, all right, JM Chess, you can show us your solution. Yeah, this was very confusing. Nobody played like the Grandmaster. Okay, but I'm sure many of you saw the right idea. So, what was your plan here? Rook b6. Rook b6. So if I go rook a7, how does the mate work? Yeah, I'll put my rook. Yeah, if I put my rook here, we're getting closer to the mate, right? Or we're not getting closer. Wow, actually I'm confused already. Yeah, and then I have this move, right? So that makes an argument for putting the rook. Oh. Sorry, I was going to say something, but it was not very intelligent because JM Chess has already won my rook. Okay, nice. Let's have a quick look here. What if I give the check first? I give the check first, and then I go out with the king. Do you still mate me? I'm not completely convinced, but okay, we will listen to you, JM Chess. Not so clear, right? But imagine that you had the rook a little further down. You would mate me right now, right? It would be mating 1. Not knight d7, says JM Chess. Okay, not knight d7. So what else then? Knight c6 here. Knight c6 here. I was going to play this fancy move, but I don't know if it's making sense. Playing with a stalemate topic, right? I don't know if it works. Maybe it doesn't work. King d8. Yeah, evidently. It doesn't work, no? If I do like the how is it, the crazy rook? No, it's not working. No, you can move away the king, and if I check you can take with the knight. Yeah, why rook d7? Yeah, silly move. Rook c8, and you will have to play king d7, and maybe I can move over here, right? Did I get mated? Please let me know. I can't see that I'm mated here, but I might be wrong. Rook c7 is better. I don't follow. If you can use move numbers, that's excellent, so that we understand what we're talking about. This is not mate, I think. Whoever said it, this is not mate, right? I can escape. Mate in 2? Where is the mate in 2? What about just playing rook a2 after knight c6? What about playing rook a2 after knight c6? Are you guys talking about something else? I think you're talking about something else, right? Yeah. Back to business here. Back to business. Rook b6 is what JM Chess was saying, right? And rook a7, and we're saying that maybe, just maybe, black can save this. I don't know. Yeah, you can see also this check. I'm fortunate to have this move, right? So I think the winning idea consists in something else. Knight e7 was also proposed. Knight e7. Yeah, what about that? What's the threat, by the way? I don't see the threat here. Could I go king a7 maybe? Requiz. Oh, you want a requiz? Yeah, if you like. Okay, if you say so. Is there anything else that you would like to look at? I'm happy to look at it. King c8 was also proposed. I don't see the point really. If you let me move my king away, I would say it's maybe very obvious for you guys, but these squares are the worst squares, right? If I can at least play king a7, it's already an achievement for me. So uh, take the opportunity now that my king is badly placed. Yeah, I don't think there is much more to say. Knight a6 was also proposed. Again, I will say king a7, and I will claim that this helps me. So, all right, let's do the requiz then. But I think JM Chess was actually rather close. James Chess was close on this one. They saw the right mating pattern here. So, okay, only 45 seconds, all right? But it's not rook b6. Don't play rook b6. No, 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 you got me wrong. It was the right idea, but it's not the right move, I think. Oh, this was confusing. You're confusing me also, guys. Okay, Sarthak, you're certainly closest here. But if you play knight c6, Sarthak, I can play rook c7. We didn't talk about that recently? Oh. Yeah, this has been painstaking, no? Bravo, JM Chess, you got it. We have a winner. I'm relieved. I'm relieved. Finally, there is hope for humanity on this exercise. Nice, nice. Is there anyone else who got it? Anyone else walking in the footsteps of the Grandmaster? No. Only, yeah, I think there are many ways to win Patrons, but we want the most practical, right? Maybe you're down to 1 minute and so on. So JM Chess found this with 1 minute actually. So please go ahead, JM, show us. That's what I would say is endgame technique, right? The rook usually doesn't like to stay very close to the king. The rook likes to have more space. Ideal place would be c1, but the first rank is occupied, so we're happy to go for the second rank. Now we want to play rook a2 at the right moment. And we're preparing to go knight c6, followed by rook b2 and mate, right? So if I go here, let's see, where are we? Sorry. If I go rook a7, I'm trying to move away your king. Aha. And now if I try to give checks from that side, now you can see the difference with the previous variation, right? The king was on b6 and I played king a7. Now I don't have time to play king a7 anymore. I'm down and out here. Whenever I move my king, I'm mated, right? No way I can survive here. I should have gotten it. I'm so dumb. Don't say that, Sarthak. This is confusing for everyone. This is very confusing. One last question for JM Chess. You said rook c2. So, silly question, but if I go king a7 trying to get out my king, what would happen in that case? Aha, that's a smart move, right? I hope everybody understands what JM Chess is doing. Knight c6 and rook b6 mate, right? I can't stop this in any clever way. Rook c1 check for one, it's making no sense here, right? Because I mated anyway, since knight c6 comes with check. Exactly. And I think you should actually play it this way. If you play it the other way, if you play it like this, I suppose I have this. Oh, I don't. I'm sorry. I was going to say something stupid myself. I was going to say that I have this drawing trick, but that's of course not true because you could just give me check and then take the rook. So both ways work actually. Yeah, maybe our final takeaway from this example is that these endgames are really tricky. But another takeaway is moves like rook c2. Give your rook some more space for the attack and so on. So rook c2, and black has no real way of defending here. We looked at rook a7, and here this nice move, king c8, preparing to go whenever there is rook h7. We go knight e7, and we mate them this way. I don't have so many other moves, right? If I play something like rook a1, let's check again with JM Chess. This is the last thing we look at here. Please go ahead, JM Chess. How do you finish me off here? Final takeaway: drink your coffee. Yeah, I think so. Especially when you're sitting in this endgame. Yeah, what can I do here? Yeah, I cannot move my rook away from this file, so I'll just stay there and wait for getting executed by. Aha. Okay, I'll. If I try now to stalemate myself, everybody understands that I made it instead. All right. Okay, guys, I think we got it. Yeah, interesting. Wait, what? Anything else? Could we continue, perhaps? Yeah, we'll continue. So our next game is the last example with a material advantage. All right, and careful, because the next one, it will be more difficult. This one is for sure more difficult. Played between two of my compatriots, you can see that white is a piece up. However, black has this b pawn running, and also there is an h pawn running, right? So you can already imagine that black would happily sacrifice both of them in order to get rid of white's knight. So now we're talking attack with a small army. Which is a small army? Well, here they are. We have four pieces, all of them. I mean, we have five, but this pawn is not participating in the attack, probably. The other four guys are the ones that will help white to win this game, but only if you play the moves in the right order, all right? So take your time, think very, very carefully. This is not going to be simple, but it's also not impossible, all right? Not so simple and also not so difficult. I'll give you 1 minute and 30 seconds for this mission, all right? Think very, very carefully. Remember, not all moves are forward moves, right? Not all of them have to be forward. There might be one backward move. Don't send in any move now. Nobody sends a move before 30 seconds, all right? Unless you are geniuses, okay? Take your time, take your time. Sarthak, take your time. This is not as simple. If you play that, I will play h3. Watermelon, I will play h3 there. I'll run with that pawn, okay? I don't think that works. Take your time. Take your time. Remember that the topic is mate, right? The topic is mate. I'm sorry, Connor. Bad move order. If you play that, I can go h3, all right? If you play that, Patriots and JM Chess, I'll also go h3, I think. Yeah, this was very difficult. Let's see who is closest here. Who is closest? Yeah, JV Namra, I'll go h3 there. Anyone getting close? Yeah, Ryan, you're a little closer, but also I can play rook e1 there, Ryan, and I think I win the game. Rook e1 and I queen, no? So that can't be right. Wow, this was difficult. This was difficult. Okay, let's see if we can understand this together. Is there anyone getting closer? Okay, Chessart, you're certainly closest here. Chessart is closest. Is it King? Requiz says Patriots. Okay, because you're so close, right? We will requiz. Yeah, in a short while we will requiz. But first, of course, I want to explain to you which moves might not be right here. So some people are saying here King f3. That's very natural, of course, to stop this pawn, right? It would be like a technical approach to maybe to come here and so on, and then go and take the pawn that way. I understand. The problem is that I can go h3 here, right? Exactly, little chess player. I go h3. Like I told you, I give up one of my pawns in order to queen the other, or to get rid of your knight. So if you play knight takes, I go rook h1, and you will have to take, and I take, and I should make a draw, right? King g3, of course, cannot be played due to rook check, so the king must be careful. So that's why this cannot be a good move. Knight d3, I like the looks of knight d3, because you're touching the pawn, and you're also preparing to go for mate, right? But I can't see the concrete variation here after h3. Losing. Oh, I don't know if it's losing, but it's risky, at least. Yeah, it shouldn't be losing, though. No, I can always take, and h2, I can go rook takes, and yeah, it's gonna be a draw now, right? Or king f3, maybe. No, king f3, I think it's certainly losing, no? Or maybe you're talking about something else. I'm not saying this. I don't understand. Anyway, so these two moves, they are probably not right, okay? What else? Knight h5 was proposed also. Knight h5. I like the looks of this move. You're playing for mate. That's what today's topic is about. But again, I'll go h3 and I can't see the mate. Somehow you have to give checks and try to mate me, but how can you do that? I mean, you can give check. I think I would go this way. But I think if you look at this, you're getting closer, right? You're getting closer. I mean, just imagine you could go f6 and maybe bring the knight to give checks. Now mating patterns are starting to pop up, right? This won't work. I know. I'm queening with check also. But yeah, this is something for you to consider. All right, we will do the requiz now. Unless there is some other opinion here, it's time for us to do the requiz. Okay? Let's do this again. Don't give away the solution in the chat, please. Don't give away the solution. Let's see if you can get this right. Too much talking in the chat. Don't talk so much, please. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Okay, Chesart, you're very close. I'm sorry, but there is one problem with your solution. There is one problem. I understand your idea, Chesart, but I can escape the checks and queen myself, if you see what I mean. But you're closest. You're closest. You can see I'll step on the squares where you cannot queen with check. Okay. JM Chess, Tactical Magician, Skilled Saber. Silly question, but if I play rook e1 check and I queen, what's coming next? You want to play rook g7, and I don't see the mate, guys. I'm sorry. We will look at your solution, all right? So far, Chessart, you're closest, okay? And by now, I think you know the solution. Anyone else? Yeah. Attack with a small army, you have to use these pieces in a very clever way. Work. We have a winner here. And when you show us the solution, you can probably see the mate also, right? Okay, or is there anyone who will find the whole solution? I Like Kebabs was extremely close. Okay, let's see what happened here. Doesn't my move win, says Sarthak. We will look at that. Which is your move, by the way? No, I don't think so. Okay, I'll give the word to Kebabs. Okay, please go ahead. This first move is very important because before we commit a knight, we would like to see where Black's king goes, right? So if I go upwards, just to go step by step here, Kebabs, if I go upwards, what would happen then? Yeah, exactly. Now we have a pretty mate coming up. This looks like a study, but it's actually, it's a game, right? It's a pretty mating pattern. So certainly the king cannot go up, all right? I can go down in different directions. Let's see if I can do it in the simplest way here. If I play, yeah, king f8, I don't want to play, of course. How would you continue in that case, Kebab? First, you should hide for the checks, right? Hide. Yeah, very simple. No, very simple. I put my. Oh, really? Is that the same thing? Wow. Maybe you're right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That might work also, right? Oh. You just have to be. Aha! Don't let me check with. Yeah, seems to work also. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Interesting. Aha. If I queen, you play f7, and even if I queen first, you win. Yeah, that also works. Okay. To me, it was more natural to play king f3 first, but okay, it's up to you. This looked possible also, and then go f6 and give the check. But okay, fine. So king, what did we play in the main line here? King g8 we played, right? King g8. So go for it, Kebab. King f3. Now the time is right to move away the king from the check. So I have only one logical move here, h3. time to make that army work. Please notice that we don't commit a knight yet. We will wait a little more. We have 2 squares here for the knight. So first is check. Obviously, if I go this way, the corner is a bad place. I mated. And if I go that way, you have 2 ways to win here. Yeah, Kebab said in the first place, knight g6. This also wins, of course, because we check next turn. But this is cleaner because, yeah, you mate next turn. And this, by the way, is a good mating pattern to know if you have knight and rook. No, you need only one auxiliary piece like a pawn or a king to make this work. So that's what happened in the game. Very, very pretty, right? Very pretty. We start with a check to see where the king goes, and then we should play this smart move, king f3, avoiding the checks, and then we push the pawn. And yeah, as we explained by Kebabs, here black is mated. Now, let's talk about the other line that you were saying, which is the f6, they say, on move 2, right? Yeah, f6 on move 2, that makes no sense. No, that cannot work ever. Or can it? Well, I should never say never, but I thought I could just play like this. And oh no, this, of course, you cannot put the king there. I understand, because you're checked. So what did you want to put the king on? f3. But this is not going to work, right? Just for one thing that I can see very quickly. My queen is touching this square, and my rook is touching that square. So no mate can be found here, right? It's impossible that white can even dream about mate in this position, right? Yeah, the square is protected. So, but there was another line that people were talking about. I would like to look at that line. Which was that? King f3, h3. Yeah, I know which line it is. Yeah, some people were saying f7, which looks winning also. But yeah, what do you think, guys? What will black play here? Yeah, not so difficult. Of course, we should go to g7 so that when they give check on e6, we can go to g6. Exactly. And this is not working for white, because if you queen, well, I also queen with check. And you certainly don't want to queen a knight here. So you can't really check me at this point. Promote to knight. Yeah, very clever. So that's why you should not play this move. Instead, the right move here is rook g7. And I forgot to say, actually, the king didn't participate in this army. It was, yeah, it was safeguarding the house or something like that. These 3 pieces are doing the mate. Right, so we got it. No, we got it. Not so simple, not that difficult, but something about flexibility, right? First, see where the king goes. Oh, by the way, if they go that way, Kebab, how do you continue? We forgot to talk about that. But it's not very difficult, so please go ahead, Kebab. King f3 says watermelon. Yeah, exactly. Now it's slightly different, no? Now you should not... now don't use the other plan, of course. My king is running away. So, exactly. Now we go f7 instead. Now I don't have this sneaky move, king g7. I have to go this way instead. And then, unfortunately, I mated. So, another mating picture. Nice. Yeah, nice game. All right, let's continue. So, we have seen 4 examples with material advantage. In the next block, we will look at only one kind of endgame, which is very interesting in this sense of attack with a small army. We will look at double, how do you say? Double rooks endgames? Or I don't know what would be the term in English, but when you have 4 rooks on the board, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of endgame we will look at. This is one of the endgames where there is 2 rooks. Yeah, 2 rooks endgames. There are a lot of mating pictures in those endgames, all right? So that's our first case here. This one is extremely simple, so I won't give you a lot of time, all right? I won't give you a lot of time on this one. You will have only 40 seconds. So make those rooks dance, please. Let's see how they can work together. Chess Art, you're the first winner. Congratulations. That's exactly what we should play. I'm sorry, little chess player and awesome Sarthak, you have fallen in my evil trap. The same goes for you, tactical magician. I have a defense against that. I'm sorry. But it was the right way of thinking. Chess Art, Ryan, Yugoslavian Berserker, you have all found it. Rook d6. Interesting, but I can take the pawn on e5, watermelon, and JM chess. I think that's a bad mistake that you're doing here, unfortunately. Yeah. Careful with those rooks. So, 3 winners here. Chessart, Ryan, and Yugoslavian. Please go ahead, Chessart. You were the fastest one. How did you continue here with the black pieces? So this should be the first move. If we don't play this, well, if we play something like Rook f8, for example, I have the opportunity to play Rook h3, and I can probably defend against this threat, right? So Rook g3, of course, and when I go King f5, I'm hitting the pawn, and here comes the clever move, mating net again, Rook e8, and no matter what happens here, well, almost no matter, there is mate next turn, right? So my only choice would be Rook g4. And now I'm unfortunately dropping my rook instead. And black should win here effortlessly. Exactly. Nice. So that's the only way, right? That's the only way. If you go rook, this is optical illusion. You're not mating me because I can actually take this pawn. And I think I'm playing for a win here already. So don't do that, please. Yeah, so a little about execution, right? Execution. Those of you who said rook f8, you certainly got the picture. No, you understood what was going on, but it was wrongly executed. You give me this move. And also, speaking about mates and things like that, I actually have an extra square here also, right? So, yeah, nice. Let's continue. Let's take our next example. One moment, please. Here we go. Let's see if I can copy this. So 2 rooks, endgames. This is one of the endgames where mates are mostly frequent. No, it comes up a lot in this kind of endgame. So it's very good to have control of these ideas. Okay, so again we are playing with the black pieces here, right? You can see that we have a passed pawn on h2. That's great news. But actually, the pawn itself won't win the game because white has both rooks lined up there. So you need to be a little careful here, and you will be able to win this game. All right. Let's see if I can bring this up. All right, here we go. 1 minute, guys. Good luck, everyone. Take your time. Interesting move, watermelon. Is that a threat with your move? Could I go maybe rook? Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, Yugoslavian, did you mate me? Patriots, am I mated? Skilled Saber, we have a first winner. Congratulations. I can see that I'm mated there, Yugoslavian and Patriots. But maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. GM, I can take the pawn, right? I can take the pawn in that case. JM Chess, second place. Congratulations. Little chess player, you're number 3. Great work. So we have at least 3 winners so far. Not bad. Four winners. Ryan also got it. Great work by Ryan. So please go ahead, Skilled Saber. You were the fastest one. What did you notice here? Rook a3. Interestingly, just like in the other example, we start with a check, right? To see where the king goes. And again, we have different plans here, depending on where the king goes. So there is one funny detail, Skilled Saber. Before we look at the main line here, if I go the other way, let's say I'm afraid of getting mated. Here you have a funny move. I mean, I think it's kind of funny, but I don't know. It depends on your sense of humor, of course. But how do you win here? You don't mate me anymore, right? You can't really mate me if I have access to all these squares. But you can queen the pawn instead, right? You can queen the pawn. So how do you queen the pawn? Hint, think as if these 2 rooks did not exist. If these 2 rooks did not exist, Skilled Saber, what would you play? Well, maybe that was not a good hint after all. No, that's a bad hint probably. Forget about my hint, yeah. Rook a1, you can't say that, right? You have to, exactly. But not that rook, right? Or this is confusing now, but can't I just take it? That's not mate, I think. It has to be rook A1. Exactly, kebabs. That's what I think also. It has to be the other rook to A1. That's it, right? Pretty idea. Now we're ready to play rook D1 or rook check wherever, and queen. They have two rooks defending against the pawn, but we have two rooks helping it. So we will win this, right? After rook A1. And obviously, if I take, I run into the exactly into the skewer. So rook a3, we want to see where the king goes. If it goes this way, we have this enticing move, rook a1, and we will actually queen the pawn. So white will play king f2 instead. And now it's different. No, please go for it here, skilled saber. Now we go rook a2. King g3 does not make sense because my king will have to step on the h file, which is certainly bad news for me. So I'll have to go back here with the king, right? And you found the right move here. Yeah, I suppose that you can also play rook c1, but nobody said that. But I like, of course, more rook b1. The further away, the better. So, unfortunately for white, there is nothing they can do here against the threat of rook b3. Correct me if I'm wrong. There is no move for them. They are mated here next turn, right? So yeah, what do you think, guys? I think we should request this one because I'm not sure that everybody actually understood what happened. So we will do this again. We will do this again. I would like everybody to understand what's going on here. So I will request you, but I will only give you, let's say, 15 seconds. All right. Okay, JM Chess, Little Chess Player, Skilled Saber, Yugoslavian Berserker, Ryan, Connor, Patriot, your fast learners, JV Nambra, Chess Arts, I Like Kebabs. Yeah, we have a lot of winners. Great work. Exactly. The execution is important, right? I mouse slipped. Okay, yeah, that happens to everyone every once in a while. We have to get the move on the right, no? Let's pick one student here. Let's see here. Ryan, you can do it. All right, Ryan, please go ahead. Sartak wants to say something also, but we can first see how Ryan repeats. So the check first to see where the king goes. If it goes that way, we had this funny trick. So the king has to approach the pawn. We give check again. Again, we want to see where the king goes. And when it goes back, well, we're ready for this very pretty move, rook b1. And we mate them next turn. Nice. I think we got it. No, somebody was raising their hand, but maybe it was not important. I think we understood this in the end. The pawn didn't queen. We didn't even need it, I think. Even if the pawn was not around, white is mated at this point. Unless they sack the rook, of course. But that's already a different story. Nice. Okay, no problem. Let's continue. Let's see Grandmaster Inarkiev with the black pieces. We stick in this. We stick to this endgame with four rooks on the board, which gives rise to a lot of mating pictures. That's for sure. Inarkiev is a bad person. I can't say anything about that. You're probably talking about that incident with Magnus Carlsen, right? Yeah, I know that was very suspicious. Something about claiming touched piece or something. Yeah, I didn't understand that. So yeah, something about bad manners. But okay, I should not give any opinion because I didn't see it. So yeah. All right, guys. Let's talk about chess instead. Let's not talk about bad manners. Let's talk about our topic today: attack with a small army. You get only 1 minute for this, all right? Because I think it's simpler than the other one. Aha. So, where is the mate? Where is the mate? Look carefully. Try to find the mate. That's not the mate, Patriots, GM, awesome, Yugoslavian. That's not mate, is it? I can cover with a rook on f3, no? What else? Wow, was this so difficult? Everybody wants to play like that. I hope that's not in my files here. What happened? Wow, that's kind of surprising. Maybe there is a second solution here. Yeah, all right. We'll see. We'll see. It was mate in two. No, it's not mate in two. I don't see. What am I missing? You're saying everybody wants to play rook d3. Okay, I go king f4. Why is this mate? I don't follow. No mate, or am I missing something? Yeah, no mate here, unless you can prove the opposite. And some people are saying also, some people want to play h4, and then after I take, you go rook d3. I don't see the mate here, guys. You want to win the rook? You don't win the rook, do you? Or do you win a rook here? I'm rook d3. Yeah, is this winning a rook? I don't see how it wins a rook. Your rooks are also attacked, right? Or am I missing something? Requiz. Okay, we'll requiz then, all right? So you can mate me, but you have to do it in a very clever way. You win 2 pawns. Yeah, but that's not today's topic. That's not today's topic, all right? Everybody will have a second chance. Don't, and no spoilers in the chat, please. No spoilers in the chat, all right? What did Inarkiev do? Yeah, he did the right thing. He won the game. Yeah, he found a mate. Okay, we have many winners here. Tactical Magician, Watermelon, I Like Kebabs, Chess Art. That's right. If you play like that, Sarthak and Little Chess Player, I give check, right? I play rook a5. f4, I don't understand that move. Sorry, Yugoslavian, JM, Chess, and Connor. Don't give away that pawn. It's instrumental in your mating attack, okay? Okay. We had some confusion here, maybe. But we have a bunch of winners. So, Tactical Magician, Watermelon, Kebabs, Chess Art, Awesome Owen. Great work. That's what this is about. Aha. All right. Please go ahead, Tactical Magician. What did Black play here? What did Inarkiev play? h4. Why do they play that? Well, we can explain it very soon. Now the mating net is ready, right? Now there is no way they can prevent rook d3 mate next turn. But if we start with this move, unfortunately, White could in that case play rook a5, right? So they can deflect the king from e5. And obviously, if you trade rooks, there are no mates anymore. Well, there are mates also, but not in this position, I mean. So these mating attacks, they are easier to conduct if there are a pair of rooks on the board. And finally, if I, after h4, if I play rook f3, tactical, what did you see here? Did you look at this, Tactical Magician? No. Should I quiz everybody on this? No. Okay, nice. Here we go. Second quiz. Awesome, Sathak. You're the most awesome here. You found the move very quickly. Congratulations. Ryan, second place. Nice. I think we're slowly getting a grip on this topic, right? Yugoslavian Berserker, great work. I Like Kebabs. You got it also. Aha, Chess Art. That's what we're talking here. Anigua, you found it also. Great work. Don't give that check. Like they say, the love for checks can be harmful, right? Okay, Sarthak, you were definitely the fastest one, so please go ahead. Which is the sneaky move that wins here for Black. Exactly. We want to mate them next turn, so we have to play King d5. So now I think the picture is clear. When we play h4, either they have to take like that, and they can't give this check, so we play rook d3. Or they have to move away the rook and they give us this square for the king. I mean, we can also look at what happens if I go that way. But that would be too easy, right? That would be too easy. Please go ahead, Sarthak. Finish this off very quickly. Now that the rook cannot... Exactly. Now the rook cannot defend anymore. So now we can just mate them. Exactly. What are we doing? Yeah, we're doing attack with a small army, Watermelon. That's what we're doing here. So... You see, interesting. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in the attack, and we're using this pawn as a distraction, right? That's how we can win this. Okay, let's see another one. Same topic, but this time we will play with the white pieces. All right. Be careful on this one, please. Be careful. Take your time. Don't send me the solution immediately. Take your time. Move orders are very important. In this game, actually, they got it wrong and they didn't win the game. So I hope you guys can improve and you will be rewarded, okay? Let's... ask you for all the moves. All right, 1 minute 30. Sorry, I can't read Persian. I hope that message was not for me. No chance. I know some languages, but that's not one of them. So, yeah, whatever it was saying, I can't read it. Okay. So take your time, guys. I can see that the right moves are coming in, but not necessarily the right order. So be very precise. Take your time. You still have 1 minute to go, so don't send me anything. All right? Don't send me anything. I get the point, Yugoslavian and Sarthak, JM Chess. But that's not the mate that you will manage in this game. The typical mate with two rooks. With two rooks, yes, but not the mate like one rook on the 7th and one rook on the 8th rank. That won't happen. So okay, who is closest here? Nobody. Wow, nobody's even close. But that must be since you're thinking. Okay, that's great. Take your time. Take your time. So how to, yeah, by the way, hint for those of you who didn't notice, the king has to be used, right? You cannot mate me alone with the rooks. You need a king for that also. Yeah, this didn't go very well, I'm afraid. Chessart, fantastic. Congratulations. When 1 second was left, Chessart got it. Wow, no, you can't get the pawn because we have a winner already. Chessart found this. So if you didn't find, learn from Chessart. Let's see here, move by move. Funny, but this pattern comes up all the time. We start with a check. I can't exactly explain why. Maybe it's just coincidence. In the game, unfortunately, they started with king d5. But after that, black got hold of the last rank, and they managed to make a draw here after rook c7, e3. As you can see, the pawn is fast also, so it's difficult for white to get more than a draw here. So rook d8, that's a good start because we want to eliminate this move, rook e8. We want to take control of the 8th rank. All right, king b7. Please go ahead, Chessart. We have some hands racing. I don't know what something you would like to say. King d5. Exactly. This is our next move. The king has to be used in an active way here. We have to cover a square later on. This square has to be covered by the king. So king d5, smart move. As you can see, black's rook is very limited here. We have to play rook e7. That's right, king d6. Again, the rook is in an awkward place, and unfortunately, I cannot set up like checks like this because the pawn is there. So, yeah, if I move the rook just like that, you're mating me here, right? Who is it? Chessart. You're mating me already. Since your king is touching this square, you're mating me, no? Exactly. I hope everybody understands. White will give this check, they will give that check, and there will come this check, and the king has no squares. No, and these rooks are, yeah, they are in the worst possible places, right? Put the rook somewhere else, and you could give check here or something. But they are in very bad places. So, all right, I'll play rook f7 instead. And it's the same thing, exactly. So, yeah. That's how it can end, this game, right? Pretty picture, no? Perfect teamwork from the 3 white pieces, no? Perfect teamwork. I think you got it right, Chessart, but I will actually ask everybody else to do it, no? Learning by repeating. So everybody will have a second chance to do this. But I will give you only 20 seconds, okay? 20 seconds. Okay, guys, good luck. Okay, a lot of winners. Chessart, Sarthak, little chess player, JM Chess, skill saver. Yeah, very, very slow, very little time. I know. But I wanted to show you one last example. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Okay, we can ask little chess player. You can execute this, all right? Little chess player, please go ahead so that everybody learns by repeating. in the first place, we should take control of the 8th rank before black does the same thing. Now it's time to move the king. If we move the rook first, that's a bad idea, right? I would then have the chance to play e3, and I can go, if I'm not mistaken, I can go e2 also, right? And now I think white has to bail out to a draw, because else I'm checking now. So we have to do the move order. We have to get it right. Please go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you, little chess player. Exactly. King d5 first, exploiting the fact that the rook is very limited. And now time to do the same thing, right? King d6. I guess on this occasion, if you go rook here, it's the same thing. Yeah, probably it's the same thing, and you can even play something like this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this leads to a disaster for white, maybe, or no. If I go e2 here, or am I missing something? Well, I don't know actually. At least it gets confusing. Certainly, but there is rook d7 instead e3. Is there rook d7 instead d3? I don't follow GM chess. How? At what moment you mean? Oh, rook d7 here. Yeah. Of course. That's better. Yeah, you're playing for a win now. So yeah, don't let that happen. Please go ahead, little chess player. Exactly. King d6 first. I have to move this rook or defend it. Yeah, I'll move it this time. And with the king here, the mating pattern is complete. Exactly. Actually, 4 pieces participating. No, else it would not be mate if I could escape that way. So yeah, that's it. All right, last example for today. Let's look at our last example. Let's see Grandmaster Fier from Brazil, how he managed this nice endgame. Hold on, please. I didn't manage to load the example. Let's see again. No? Hold on, guys. Some technical issue here. Let me see if I can fix it very quickly. Our last example for today on the topic of attack with a small army. Yeah, here we are. So again, the usual story, 2 rooks on the board. As you can see, white is a pawn up and they have great rooks on the 7th rank. Black's only hope is to distract white by means of this pawn, but it's not looking looking very nice for black in this case. So, all right, let's see if you can find the best way to continue here with the white pieces. Move 3. Please be a little careful with move 3. And then the rest, I think, will be a piece of cake for you guys. Okay, I think we will do it up to here. All right, 1 minute 10. Okay, there might be more than one solution, but I will only accept one. Sorry, guys, if you play rook h7, I go king g8. I don't know what did you benefit from that. Is there any benefit to that? Wow, many people played rook h7. Wow. I might be missing something. But the Grandmaster Fier didn't play like that. So there must be a reason, no? Okay, Connor, you're certainly closest. Yeah, Connor has understood what the Grandmaster understood, that there is one path to victory, which is much simpler than the rest. Aha. Okay, great work by Connor. And yeah, nobody else, no? Yeah, what might be the key to this endgame? Think about it. We have 2 rooks very well placed, but we need something more, right, to make the attack work. Something is missing here. Something is missing. Who can help the rooks? That's the big question. Okay, Connor, please go ahead. You were certainly closest here. The only one who understood what the Grandmaster had in mind here. Please go ahead. That's right. We shall use the king to attack, right? The king will help to mate. Please notice, we cannot mate with 2 rooks alone. We need some auxiliary piece. But a G pawn might not be useful, right? Because it cannot touch the G7 square. An F pawn or an H pawn, then we could engineer a mate by, putting the rooks on G7 and then on H8 or something like that. But the G pawn is not so useful. However, the king can help us. So king H2. Let's see how the game continued. Please go ahead. king h3, a3. Here, Connor, you said king g4. I understand the point, of course. But if you play it here, I suppose I could perhaps take the pawn. Are you mating me here? If you're mating me, then you're welcome. Yeah. If this works, I think it works also. But in the game, Fier said that before doing that, I should control the pawn, he said. So what do you think he played, Connor? Exactly. Rook in the back. First, we touched the pawn. Black played in the game. Rook a1. And now you can just continue in your way, right? Now you can just continue. So it's very simple. No, it's very simple. Just bring in the king. Once the king is here, for sure, mate is secure. No, because the king is touching all these squares. Aha. Rook b8, and white's next move is not difficult for Connor, of course. Black resigned because after a2, it's already mate here, right? It's already mate. Right, Connor? Or there is no mate? Or Connor is calculating? Exactly, king g6. That's it. Okay, I can play, if you like, some random move here. Let's say rook h1. Okay. I thought you could mate me there, but are you mating me now? Oh, you are perhaps. Oh, sorry. I thought I was... Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. You could probably just take the pawn also, if you like. Yeah. Maybe here I'm not mated or I'm mated. I'm not following, but you're winning anyway. Don't worry. You can just take the pawn and it's a walk in the park to win. But I thought maybe you could play in a more fancy way. But I'm a little sleepy here, so I thought you could maybe win like this. Or that's not true. Maybe I'm getting carried away by all these mates today. But I think that's mate, right? Or did I miss something? Oh, it's not mate. You can play rook h6. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I see. What a pity, no. What a bummer. Now it's not mate anymore. Oh, I see. Yeah, so that's too pretty probably. Too pretty to be true. Yeah, don't do that. Aha, just take the pawn then. Yeah, they resigned here most probably because they also noticed that you can just take the pawn on a2. Aha. So yeah, anyway, very nice king maneuver. We had this position. White noticed that the best way to win was just to bring in the king. Why not g4, says Kebabs. Okay, I go a4. What was your idea? To run? Yeah, okay, I'll also run. And then you will play rook a7. Is that so? g6. Oh, okay. So if I put my rook somewhere, I fail to see the threat, but yeah, probably I'm missing something. So, rook a7 first. Okay. Yeah, whenever you play that, of course, I have to play king g8. So, is this convincing? Now g6. Okay, so I moved my rook somewhere. Yeah. Here maybe. I don't see the mate. Okay. And king h2, that's what you want to say? Yeah, but is this easier than what he played in the game? I don't follow. Why would this be easier? Yeah, I think this is possible also, but you still have to do some work, right? You won't win the game automatically. You have this check, but I can go there and so on. So I would stick to the we win. Yeah, probably we win, but we should look for the simplest path. So I'm convinced this is the best, the simplest way to win without too much effort. Aha. So that's about attack with a small army. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Chessable, Chess Dojo. See you. Thanks, Chessable, also. See you next time. Bye-bye.